Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel and welcome to your reading for Libra season Scorpio. It's good to see you guys again. Welcome back, welcome back. So, as you guys know, we'll be taking a look at the general energy that you can expect for Libra season, and then we're going to go through and talk about the cards in terms of love and then in terms of manifestation and the career as well. In the days, the weeks leading up to doing your reading, Scorpio, any songs that came through when I was thinking about your message, you can find those songs in the description box as always. And there will be no extended reading for Libra season. Personal readings are also not being offered at this time as well. All right. Let's take a look at your cards. All right. These are your cards for Libra season, so let's go ahead and talk about these. Now, overall energy here for Libra season Scorpio, we have the Star card. So the Star card speaks about wishes being granted, but more so, I feel that this is about healing. That's also the energy that can come through with this card. And the reason I feel that way is because I do feel that there has been some dream, there has been some arrangement, there has been some, there's been some dream or arrangement that has just fallen short of what you guys have expected it to be. Ordinarily, the Star card does represent that there are wishes that are granted. Hey, wish upon a star, as you know. But I feel that this is something that hasn't been actualized. It hasn't materialized before you. And the question that needs to be asked here, I feel, in Libra season is why? And I feel like that's a question that you have asked yourself over and over again, to the point that you don't even really know if the answer will suffice. And intuitively, I feel that this is something that has been a source of pain for you, or confusion. Take it how it hits for you. And it's the confusion and the sadness that stems from not being able to understand, not being able to really wrap your mind around what exactly it is that you're experiencing. It can definitely keep someone up at night, you know? In the situation here, we have the Page of Wands, and crossing it is the Queen of Pentacles. So this, I feel, could have something to do with communication. It could have something to do with a message of love or care, that I feel you guys are wanting to receive from someone who you value most. And the energy is here of wondering, wishing, hoping when that message will come in. Or to put things in perspective, what I mean is that this can be a kind of communication style, you know, because the Queen of Pentacles energy is that caring energy, is that nurturing energy. So perhaps the way that you guys have been getting spoken to is in a way that's not is in a way that's not taking your value into consideration, is in a way that is not worthy of you, is in a way that you guys don't deserve. And I feel that there's something in this particular arena that needs to be healed. Now, Libra season wants to introduce that healing to you. Libra season wants to give you guys that in so many ways, and it's going to be different for each of you, the way that answer, the way that reward shows up in your life. It can be in you, it can be in the conclusions that we come to about our own value, and the conclusions that we come to about our own worth, and how we deserve to be treated. It can be showing up in the realization, or it can be coming up in the recognition of where you guys have been planting seeds, what you guys have been spending your time on, and what you guys have been waiting for. Answering those hard questions about whether or not they have actually been worth waiting for, answering those hard questions about whether or not it's something that you want to continue investing in, if it has been a source of pain for you, if it has been nothing but a constant string of negative feedback loops. Because I do feel that there are good intentions here on your part. But what you have been getting back, there's a question of your yield. There's a question here of what you have to show for your efforts, what you have to show for your time spent. And I feel that time is something that is very precious to you guys in Libra season, and this may be what you guys are realizing. How much more time do you have to spend devoting to situations, relationships, obligations, experiences that are not making you feel fulfilled, that are not filling your cup? And the frustrating part of it is because I do feel that these are arrangements, these are prospects that you guys are wanting to hold on very tight to. These are arrangements that you guys do see as a source of stability for you, and perhaps that's what's making it so excruciating. And it makes it so you almost want to hold on even tighter, especially when you start to feel that it's slipping through your hands. Whether that's through obligation, or maybe even a sense of maybe out of fear or worry that something is going to miss you if you move on. And what I want you guys to remember in Libra season is that you don't owe anybody anything, and nobody owes you anything. We have this remarkable gift of free will. And once you guys are granted the gift of seeing exactly what you have been working towards, or fully grasping what is no longer worthy of your time, or when investing has gotten to the point of draining you, you are then presented with the opportunity to close a cycle. And that is it's a very, huge and powerful blessing to be able to see, to be able to understand what it looks like in this particular form that it's showing up. The universe in Libra season is giving you an opportunity to close an old chapter, to put an end to some kind of hate. And the way that you guys move forward after seeing, after recognizing, is what's going to inform whether or not this Ace of Cups coming in the near future is something that you will be able to achieve. Are you willing to take the necessary steps to make room for it? And that Ace of Cups can be in the form of, yes, it can be in the form of a new relationship. It can be in the form of that elusive kind of healing that we have been craving for years, months, weeks. But it's something that replenishes you. It's something that restores you. It's something that makes you feel good once again, is the main takeaway here. I feel that you are really needing to, well, what you are doing here in Libra season is, I feel that you have a strong handle on your emotions, because what I feel like you guys have been dealing with energetically has just been like, really? And I feel like you have been so patient and level-headed through it all. You have the emotional capacity. It just knows no bounds what you guys are able to put up with, because you are so emotionally intelligent. I had this conversation with my Scorpio sister about boundaries, and as you can imagine, it was a fascinating conversation. First of all, I was so proud, being someone who didn't start boundaries work until late into my years, so to be able to, it was a bittersweet moment, because I know that this is really crucial and important work. So I was very proud and happy that she was doing it. But the sad truth is that not all of us are born with strong boundaries. Not all of us are born with a strong desire to do what will be emotionally right for us, to do justice for ourselves emotionally. And some of us learn the hard way by experiencing traumatic events and realizing that your right to a happy life is something that is worth fighting for. And the way that you fight for that is by cultivating strong boundaries. That can be in recognizing when something is no longer for you, and understanding where exactly you can find your abundance, where exactly you'll be able to find fulfilling and rewarding connections. This could have been, the other side of that coin, and perhaps that's what you guys have been wishing for. That's where the wish side of the star card comes in, and then it becomes less about healing and it becomes more about what you guys are wanting to experience. And I feel that this is something that you are very passionate about working towards. There's a lot of conviction here, and it feels like a very powerful instinct to survive, to live for yourself. And that, I feel like, is such a powerful thing. Libra is your 12th house. And I'm still learning my houses and what they all mean, but the 12th house, I believe, is about the subconscious. And the subconscious for me represents something that we all have to. We go through life learning to understand it, and it's kind of like a catch-22 because it's the unseen, it's the unknown. But our relationship with that is something that can deepen. And perhaps what has been eluding you is just how deep you're willing to go. And I feel that you guys are fearless, you guys are fearless in that regard. You have that uncanny ability of understanding your emotions to a degree that understanding your emotions and the emotions of others to a degree where it's like you just have a knack for uncovering the truth. And that microscope is something that needs to get turned onto yourself here in Libra season for the sake of your happiness, for the sake of you guys just being compassionate towards yourself. Now, the outcome here as the Empress card, I think, is a really positive and awesome sign because this shows that there's a natural progression here. Queen of Pentacles, Empress, there's like a graduation of energy here. And even though you may be coming to terms with the realization that what you guys have been holding on to that you thought would fulfill you is not something that is materializing, you have an opportunity here in Libra season to get something that is more sustainable, something that is more worthy of you. Even if it's just a solid understanding of what your worth is. Let's go ahead and talk about the cards in terms of love. So you guys could be dealing with an Aquarius, a Taurus, a Libra, a Sagittarius, or a Cancer. And I feel that this is someone who you guys have been waiting for some good news from this person. You guys have been waiting for some communication from this person. And I feel that it has been the source of it has been the source of a lot of sleepless nights, Scorpio. And I feel that the question that you guys are wrestling with is just how much longer can you, or are you able to wait? How much more are you able to invest? How much more, how willing are you guys still to nurture this connection, to nurture this relationship? Because I do feel that there is something that is being held back, whether by you or this person. And here it looks like a fundamental amount of love and care and affection. You are wanting to feel safe in this relationship. You're wanting to feel as though this person that you're interested in cares for you. But what you guys have been getting back suggests everything but. And making peace with this realization is something that has proven to be a challenging task. Because accepting defeat, I mean, it's not great. I don't know what else to say about that. You know, I don't know who out there actually would enjoy that. But it's almost as if the moment that you pick yourself up and start loving yourself just as much as you care for this person, an opportunity presents itself. Yup. Maybe it's another Earth sign, another Taurus, another Virgo, another Capricorn. And the kind of love that you guys stand to gain, the kind of relationship rather that you will find yourself in is one. This person is going to care for you just as much as you do them. The King of Pentacles, yes, that can be an actual person. But if you don't find yourself in another connection or another relationship after going through this change, after going through this transition, and what this can also be about is your rise. What this can also be about is your readiness. At the very least, what I'm saying is that it will be character building. And that will make it so when you do find yourself in another relationship, when you do find yourself in another connection, it will be successful, it will be stable because of the amount of self-work that you guys have done. There is someone who's going to love you just as much as you have begun to love yourself. When we see our value, it then becomes easier for others to see it in us. Is what I'm getting at. shapeshifter and vision quest. So the life that you guys are wanting to live, what you guys have been seeking, what you guys have been working towards, there's a need here that there's an emphasis here that your perspective is something that needs to change in order for you to accomplish it. Shifting mindsets is what we've been talking about, so that makes perfect sense. Let's talk about the cards in terms of career. Now, I do feel that there is a dream that you guys have been working very hard at. And I feel like you have so much going on right now. Like your mind is on the money, is what I'm hearing. And I feel that you can feel that that payoff is just around the corner. Like I feel that you can see yourself living in abundance. You are picturing yourself in that successful place. So your relationship with the vision is something that is, it's extremely deep, you know? You guys are coming through as committed. And I think that you are just patiently planting your seeds, just patiently working towards, you may have a vision board, or just a list of things that you guys would like to accomplish in the near or distant future, and you're working diligently at achieving it. So my advice here is to keep doing that, because if you can see it, then it becomes easier for you to make it a reality. And it looks like that's something that you guys are doing beautifully here in Libra season. We got two. The first one says, I can focus specifically upon what I want. We were literally just talking about that. So this says you are bombarded by thought stimulation. That's what that Nine of Swords looks like. And so unless you give your attention to what you specifically want, you can be influenced by that which surrounds you. Unless you are focusing on what is important to you, only you can be stimulated by others' thoughts. Oh, I read that wrong. Unless you are focusing on what is important to you, you can be stimulated by others' thoughts, which may or may not be important to you. So there's a very strong emphasis here to protect your energy and focus on only what you guys want. Do not allow the influences of others. Do not allow what someone else is going through to deter you or to knock you off your path. It's important that you guys are focusing on what you truly want and what is actually important to you. Because if you allow yourself to be distracted, it then makes it even more difficult for you to achieve that vision. It makes it hard for you to get to where you guys are going if you're constantly shape-shifting, if you're constantly changing into whatever it is that other people perceive you to be. This last one says here, I can feel positive while thinking positive. The longer you stay focused upon what you do not want, the greater and more powerful that thought will become. But if you are sensitive to your emotions and you withdraw your attention from the unwanted very quickly, you will begin to feel better, and you will stop the attraction of the unwanted thing. The mind is a very, very powerful tool, and if you find yourself picturing the worst possible outcome, if you find yourself considering that worst case scenario, the best way to get out of this Nine of Swords space, the best way to put an end to that worry and anxiety is to just very quickly remind yourself that this is not the outcome that you guys want to see. If you get into this habit of stopping yourself from going down this thought path, if you stop yourself from getting into this mindset, it makes it easier for you to continue to, well, it's going to make you feel better, because you're spending less time in this Nine of Swords space. And it's also going to make it easier for you to align with the alternative, the possibility that you will actually be successful in your endeavors. That was your reading for Libra season, Scorpio. I hope that you guys enjoyed that. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you next time.